Hello, work life warriors. Hello. How are you today? How are you? Happy hump day. How are you today? Share with me in the chat how you doing today, how you been. I haven't been live in such a long time, so I'm back. I did do a live video on Monday for sharing our new tip, tool, trick, or technique that was on Monday. I did a video though, so I did not go live. I introduced my new background. How do you like it? Share with me in the chat. How do you feel about my new background? Um, I had such a good time making it, creating it, putting the flowers up there. And it was a stress relieving arts and craft project. I really enjoyed it. And so just share with me in the back if you like it. And what types of arts and crafts have you been doing to reduce stress? What are you doing to play and reduce stress so you feel like that you're not just working, but you're also living? You're not just existing, but you're also living. You're not going through the motions or just kind of going with the flow, but not in a good way. You're not in flow, but you're going with the flow. And so, yes, I think it is so important to make sure that you're planning how you are. Um, how you are going to reduce your stress, release cortisol in your body, and practice stress management. So I am here for our wellness work break. I was doing them at noon. Then I decided to push them to 2 o'clock. And then today I wanted to kind of see if I can get a little bit more engagement if I come in the afternoon. And so I am here. Share with me which times you think work best. Do you prefer noon? Do you prefer 2 o'clock? Or do you prefer in the evening? Now, this is my first time going live in the evening, so this will be an experience. And as I mentioned, we are doing a wellness work break, so we're going to take a couple of minutes and do some deep breathing and yeah, make sure that we are grounded, and I am trying to give it a couple of minutes just to let people see if people will come in. I'm assuming a lot of people are in transit from work right now. They're in traffic. Some people probably arrived home by now, but probably is not on, or they could be, but I'm not sure if they're watching lives or anything. So I'll go ahead and get started in the next minute or so. I'm just trying to play around, make sure the lighting is okay before I get started. Yes, and how have you been in the last 2 months? I've been so busy. I moved. Um, I had so much going on that I hadn't had a chance to get here. I had so many clients. I picked up a couple of new companies. And so I have just, I don't know, I've been swamped. I have not had the energy. I like to practice what I preach. And so I took my downtime to just be, to relax, to enjoy myself, to sit in stillness. I didn't decide to overwhelm myself or make videos when I really just needed to rest. And so I just kind of been resting and waiting for me naturally to want to make videos again. And so that happened on Monday, and I am back. We're going to find a time that works for everyone. We want to build a stress management community, a COP, a community of practice. And so we will need to work together to figure out when we can come together, manage our daily stresses, and have a community to support us. So I'll go ahead and get started because, as mentioned, I'm not sure how many people will actually join us today. But I just wanted to take the time to do our deep breathing session since I've been gone for the last 2 months. So let's go ahead and get started. Welcome, work life warriors. I am Ebony Davenport and I teach stress management. I show people how to utilize fun management solutions to decrease stress and counter burnout so that we're happier and healthier and well balanced. I use over 50 tips, tools, tricks, and techniques to manage stress. But today we are talking about the king of stress management, which is breathing. Yes, breathing. So, breathing is a necessity of life that most people take for granted. It is something that we do without even thinking about, but it is so vital to our existence. It's a vital life force that we should be thinking about. Stress is feeling out of control instead of inner peace. And when we are stressed, our breathing is the first thing impacted. So, it is something that you should always think about because our breathing rhythm changes under distress, right? Poor breathing habit diminish the Poor breathing habits diminish the flow of gases to and from the body, making it harder for us to cope with stressful situations. Improper breathing contributes to anxiety, panic attacks, depression, muscle tension, headaches, and fatigue. If you do not get enough air to your lungs, your blood is not properly oxygenated, and your heart rate and muscle tension increase, and your stress response is turned on. And an anxious individual takes shallow, tiny breaths, moving air in and out their lungs via their shoulders rather than their diaphragm or their belly. This type of breathing throws off the body's gas equilibrium. Shallow overbreathing, also known as hyperventilating, can amplify anxiety symptoms and make physical stress symptoms worse. So some of these sensations can be alleviated through controlling your breathing. Once you become good, all of these sensations can be alleviated through controlling your breathing. So learning to be aware of your breathing by practicing slowing and normalizing your breaths, your mind will become quiet and your body will relax. Breathing awareness and good breathing habits enhance your physiological and your physical well-being, whether you practice them alone or in combination with other relaxation techniques like walking, meditation, yoga, reading. When you inhale, air is drawn through your nose where it's warm to body temperature, humidify, and partially cleanse. Our diaphragm, which is a sheet-like muscle separating our lungs and our abdomen, facilitates our breathing by expanding and contracting as we breathe in and out. With each breath of air, we obtain oxygen and release the waste product, carbon dioxide. So when we breathe, there are typically two types of breathing patterns. Chest or thoracic breathing is often associated with anxiety and other emotional distress. It is also common in people who wear restrictive clothing, lead sedentary lives, or stressful lives. Chest breathing is shallow and often irregular and rapid. So you want to switch to abdominal breathing. When I first started to learn about deep breathing, I realized that I was doing chest breathing. And that's because in society, we're taught to stand straight up, to put our chest out, to suck in our stomach, which doesn't allow the air to go deep into our diaphragm, and for us to breathe evenly and correct. And so I had to just be conscious of how I was breathing, keep reminding myself to inhale and make sure the air reaches my diaphragm. With a little practice, I was able to switch from chest breathing, which was causing me so much anxiety and stress, to abdominal and diaphragmatic breathing. So, abdominal breathing is how we naturally breathe as babies or sleeping adults. If you ever put a baby down in his crib and just watch them, you will see how their belly rises in and out as they sleep, right? The air is drawn deep into the lungs and exhale as the diaphragm contracts and expands. Our breathing, when we practice abdominal or diaphragmatic breathing, is non-constricting and our breathing is even. even. The respiratory system can do its job of producing energy from oxygen and removing waste products. So it's so important to our body to make sure that we're breathing correctly, that we are taking our time to acknowledge what stress is doing to our breathing, if it's impacting how much oxygen we're taking in, which will affect mental clarity, alertness, concentration, focus, all types of things. And so, by increasing our awareness of our own breathing patterns and shifting to more abdominal breathing, we can reduce muscle tension and anxiety present with stress related symptoms or thoughts. Diaphragmic breathing is the easiest way to elicit a relaxation response. Most stress comes from thinking about the past or worrying about the future. And when you are in the present moment, focus on your deep breathing. There isn't any room for anything else to enter. And so we always want to practice mindfulness and be conscious of our surroundings, how we're breathing, what situation we're in any given moment, and how it's impacting our health, in particular our breathing, right? Because that's how we can easily figure out if we are stressed. It's the number one stress symptom that many of us share in common, because there are over 50 stress symptoms, right? But uh breathing is the stress symptom that we all share in common. We all, our breathing is impacted um when we are stressed out, regardless of whether it's eustress or distress. Our breathing is impacted, and it is one of the first things impacted, and it is one of the common symptoms that all of us share. And so together we could practice deep breathing in any circumstances, in any situation, at any given moment, to help reduce cortisol and reverse our stress symptoms in our body. So let's go ahead and do a couple of deep breathing exercises, and then I'll let you go. I don't want to take up too much time. I just wanted to come in here and practice our wellness work break like we used to do. So, our first breathing exercise, let's sit up in our chair. We're going to plant our feet. We're going to focus on our breathing. We're going to see if we are breathing with our chest, with our shoulders moving in up and down, or if we're breathing with our belly, with our belly going in and out. So we also want to check and see if our breathing is robust or shallow. In other words, if it's even and non constricting, if we're taking in as much air as we are exhaling. So let's just go ahead and listen to our breathing for a couple of seconds and see if we are breathing with our chest or our belly, or if our breathing is robust or shallow. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Okay, just breathe regularly. And I'm going to show you what chest breathing looks like. See how my shoulders are going up and down as I breathe in and out. And my belly, you cannot see, but it is barely moving. And my breathing is not even and it is constricted. So if I sit back, take a deep breath, and push the air through my nostrils all the way down deep into my belly, you will not see my shoulders rise, and you will feel your belly rising instead. So let's try some diaphragmic breathing. See how you do not see my belly, my shoulders or my chest move. It is my belly that is moving. My breathing is even and non constrictive, which is what we want. All right, let's move on to the second breathing exercise. We're going to inhale and exhale naturally. No need to rush or force air in and out. We are going to take some deep breaths. We're going to take in as much air as we possibly can without strain. When we inhale, we're going to let our shoulders rise naturally. We're going to pause for a second. When we exhale, we're going to let our shoulders relax with our breath. Ready? Let's do about 3 to 5 of these. Ready? Go. Okay, let's move on to some sigh breathing. The same thing. We're going to inhale and exhale naturally. No need to rush air in and out or force it in and out. We're going to take some deep breaths. We're going to take in as much air as we possibly can without strain. When we inhale, we're going to pause for a couple of seconds, and then we're going to exhale like a sigh. So you're going to force all the air out during your exhale with a deep sigh. So we're not rushing the air in. We're just taking in as much air as we possibly can. We're going to pause and then we're going to sigh the air out. Let's do 3 to 5 of these. Ready? Go. One more, make it a good one. All right, good job. Let's do another breathing exercise. What we're going to do is the same thing. We're going to inhale and exhale naturally. Is no need to force air in. We're going to force the air out because we're going to do some straw breathing, but we want to take in as much air as we can without force. We're going to pause for a second and breathe the air out as if we are breathing through a straw. So take in as much air as you can, pause and breathe the air out slowly, not forcefully, but you want a rapid pace of breathing the air out. Okay, we're going to do 3 to 5 of these. Ready? Go. Last one, make it a good one. Good job. Steady breathing. The last one we're going to do today is ignite our senses. So let's sit straight up in our chair, plant our feet. We're going to inhale. As we inhale, we're going to feel the breath go in through our nostrils, down our lungs, into our abdomen. We're going to feel it as it enters through each body part. And then we're going to pause and ignite our senses. What do we smell? What do we hear? What do we see, taste, feel around us? Once we are in the moment, we're going to give a deep exhale. Let's do about 3 to 5 of those. Ready? Go. Sometimes it helps to close your eyes. So let's close our eyes. One more deep inhale, ignite your senses. I smell peppermint essential oil. I hear a washing machine. I see my beautiful background and your smiling faces. I taste a cinnamon candy. I just had a cinnamon candy on my tongue. I feel a little cold. It's kind of cold in here. But yeah, I ignited all of my senses and brought me into the present moment. So please share with me in the chat. How do you feel after you practice deep breathing? Are you relaxed? Are you grounded? Are you in the moment? How do you feel? Is it something that you feel like you can do? And when you're stressed out in any given situation, please share with me how it feels to practice deep breathing. One of the great things about using breathing to reduce stress is that you can practice it anywhere at any time. There are so many ways to incorporate breathing into your most stressful moments. And that's why breathing is the king of stress management, because you could do it anytime, anywhere, in any given moment, and it works wonders instantly. Because your breathing is impacted, and when you focus on it, when you're stressed out, you can calm yourself down with your breathing. You can bring yourself back into mindfulness. You can center yourself and balance yourself. And so it is a good tool to have to deal with stress. So please share with me in the chat. How do you feel after practicing deep breathing? I use this technique more than any other techniques just because it's so easily available and easy to learn, and it is instant. So I hope this helps, Work Life Warrior. Share with me in your chat, in the chat. If it does, as always, I am here on Mondays. I give a new tip, tool, trick, or technique to help manage stress. On Wednesdays, I do a wellness work break. We do a little deep breathing. On Fridays, fun, funny Fridays, we do a little laughter yoga most times, but we do something playful and silly. So please join us. This is our community of practice. We are building a tribe of people who are practicing managing their stress so that they can add some much needed value in the world. We do not want to let stress overwhelm us. And the only way to do that is to be diligent about practicing stress management and wellness. And together we can change the world. One deep breath at a time, one laugh at a time, one community at a time. So if you are looking for a community to practice stress management, every third Saturday of the month, I offer a stress management fun shop. It is more like a party. It is a 2-hour fun shop where the first 25 minutes is stress education, and the next hour and a half, we have a good time playing, using these techniques, implementing them into an already stressful life, and enjoying the company, social play, as we learn how to manage our daily stresses. So if you are interested, the next one comes up June the 17th is our next one. Look in the social, look in our in the notes or on my website or on my social medias for more information about that. I also will be starting back up. So Laugh Tribe, we will meet on Sundays to start practicing laughter yoga. I missed World Laughter Day last Sunday. I was not able to do a video with you, but I am going to start So Laugh Tribe back up, where we do free laughter yoga on Sundays. And also, I do offer stress management lifestyle consulting, where we look at your life, see where your stresses are, track your daily stresses, implement a plan to help you reduce stress and cortisol in your body. And then as a community, we offer support. So if you are interested in managing your stress, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're going home every day trying to reduce stress, but you still wake up feeling dread, anxiety, panic. I remember being there. It is because you are practicing maladaptive techniques, and you just need to sit down with a professional and figure out what your stresses are and how you can alleviate them, delegate them, eliminate them, Do whatever it takes to bring more joy, peace, satisfaction into your life and improve your overall quality of life. So if you are interested, just send me a message, reach out, look on my website, contact me through social media. As always, I am here to serve. I am here to build a community of like minded individuals who want to practice stress management and wellness. And if that is you, please join our tribe. Join us here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Check out my YouTube for videos and more information. It is a free collection of information over there. And as always, I hope I am helping and serving. Please share with me if I am. And I want you to make a plan to enjoy yourself today, to manage your stress. It is not optional. If you are working, managing your stress, it's not optional. You have to go out of your way to make a plan to play every day, to play in your way, to make sure that you are enjoying the quality of your life because it is your life. You only benefit from it. So do not make an excuse. Go out there and play. It is not optional, right? It's not optional to play. So thank you so much, Work Life Warriors, for joining me today. And I will see you on Friday for Funny Fridays Laughter Yoga. So have a great day. Go out there after work and play. And happy hump day. I will see you on Friday. Enjoy your day.